Hello everybody, welcome back to Monday Minecraft. Today it's a special Monday Minecraft because it's a margarita Monday Minecraft. I just had some left over. Yeah, so last time we finished up building a giant sign. I have no plans for today. I was gonna think of plans earlier and I did not, so without further ado, let's get into chat.
Really stern about it too. It was pretty nice.
Well, there she is.
Hola guys.
Hello.
All right, so
They were asking when the dumbass was going to join the game.
Yes.
so I know everyone was ready to head out. So I'm gonna tell everybody good night. And Ella, I know you were heading out, and so was Rogue. So I guess we'll all see you next week, Kelsey.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Kelsey.
Yes.
Kelsey, you want to work with me?
Lord.
I was just talking today about how I'd never want to work again. Where do you
That's
work?
our-
If you figure
I
out how
guess
to do that and
that's true,
still
yeah.
be able to live, then please tell me. I will.
Yeah, everybody, I
Oh,
have a
Lordy,
book out. Please go buy it and make it my sole income. Also, please click that like button and subscribe and shit. I don't fucking know. Today it's Margarita Monday, guys.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to hit that bell, the notification bell.
Oh my god.
Yes. I knew I'd forget something.
Like, share, and subscribe.
So anyway, what's going on?
You're here, so we're all gonna shut up now.
Nice.
Are you streaming?
No, I'm not streaming.
Ah.
I'm being lazy.
Oh, what the hell?
I know. Literally the worst. I don't have any plans for today. Oh, I know
Yeah,
what I need to
I've been running around my base now for like the last 15 minutes,
do.
doing nothing.
And I've been standing in the garage smoking.
By the way, y'all know that I'm going to be working not directly with Mimi, but at the same company, right?
Oh, nice.
Yes, I saw that.
We're both going to be under the same area. She already works there.
Now, are y'all
Called Broadspire.
in the same? Y'all live near each other then, or is
We
it
used to.
online?
I used to live. I used to live a couple miles from Mimi,
Okay.
but she lives in Minnesota.
So it's a virtual remote job.
So, yes, both of our jobs is remote because I can speak English good. But yeah, no, both jobs are remote. She's been working for them. I mean, this was her new job that she got in. When was that? And I don't know if anybody remembers, like November or December.
Yeah, something like
Because
that.
it was around the same time you had gotten the job with
with the
your previous
eyeball
job.
people that suck. Yeah,
Yeah.
the shitty eyeball people.
Did you say the shitty eyeball people? That's great.
Yep, that's their name now. Shitty eyeball people.
That is great. I like that.
But yeah, I had asked her back in January, like, hey, are you all looking for tech people, programmers, whatever? And she pointed me at a couple of jobs, and so I applied to a bunch and got a call back, and I got 100% on my drug test, so I'm good.
Woo!
That's
I
exciting.
did
Eric did
all
all
the
the drugs. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Speaking
So
of
Mimi,
doing all the drugs, I gotta get my dogs in their meds. I'll be right back.
Speaking of
Yeah,
drugs, I
so-
need to start this pipe. Oh.
yeah, exactly, right? So, yeah, I did find it weird though that they do test, or at least according to the documentation, they do test for marijuana,
Mhm.
which I don't have anything to worry about, but I find it odd because so many places it's legal and or legal for medicinal use. So,
Yeah.
like, you would
Well,
think that
surely you could have an exception for medical uses.
I
if
would think,
you
but I didn't
have
see
that.
anything in the. Now, in all fairness, I wasn't looking that close, but I did not see anything specifically that said like, "Oh, unless it's legal," which is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
kind of a little bass backwards in my opinion. But hey,
Oh,
They-
Rogue, are you trying to sleep? I can
Yes.
teleport back to my base
Oh.
and sleep real quick.
I can sleep. Yeah, you should have
done
said something,
slept?
Rogue.
Yeah, I just like I'm in his base and I just it's too late. Oh, I guess somebody beat me to it. No, I just looked and it was I'm in his base screwing around and I saw he's laying in bed. I'm like, oh shit. It's like when you're in somebody's house and they just like in The Sims, you're in
Like,
somebody's house and they
ooh.
just go to sleep and you're just like, what the fuck?
So he's laying in bed and you were screwing around, huh?
So it's gonna be that kind of stream.
All right.
Or stream.
No, I'm down
recording.
for this. Let me go make some popcorn. This is good.
Right? So I say, give me a few minutes, I'll make my popcorn. I've been on a
Oh,
popcorn
goodness.
kick recently. Ugh.
Speaking of
I actually had a
popcorn-
popcorn kernel break one of my teeth once.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
But it didn't hurt. That was the trippiest part. It was just like I thought it was just stuck really weird. But it took me a little bit to figure it out. But it just like freaking broke a chunk out of my tooth, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Later found out I had a pretty bad cavity in there that was my tooth was rotting out, and they had to cut out like half the tooth. But
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't blame Tara. Jeez.
Yeah, I definitely broke a piece of my tooth off chewing gum.
Wow, how did you manage that?
It was already probably ruined by years of pop drinking and sugar consumption.
I'm pretty sure when I was in like 3rd grade, I was eating Starburst and one of my teeth popped out from that. Like I'm just like chewing along, and all of a sudden there's something hard in my Starburst. What the fuck? And then it's a
And
damn
it was a
tooth.
tooth?
It was a damn tooth, and I'm like,
Oh,
I
no.
didn't feel it come out, but it sure did.
That's crazy.
So what we've learned today is that Ella's teeth are rotting out of her mouth.
Only 2 of them.
The rest are sure to follow.
Yeah, mine started going downhill real fast whenever I was drinking a lot of energy drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's not good for your teeth.
Well, I've got one that's like half the tooth still left, and they put a filling on it. It needs a crown, and then the other side, the opposite tooth of that one, is starting to fall apart as well. So I'm like, shit.
I've been pretty lucky. I've had a couple of cavities that needed fillings, but I've never needed a crown or anything like that.
Well, my biggest problem stems from my mom was terrified of the dentist, so she
Oh.
didn't take us as kids.
Yeah.
Which I feel like she owes me some like.
When I went to the dentist a year ago, I had 17 cavities.
Oh, wow.
Thing.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad.
Yeah.
Which it was the real bad tooth is why I actually went and they took care of it. But yeah, I had and they count cavities as more than I thought they did. I always thought cavities was like a hole in your tooth. No, it's like when the tooth is starting to get eaten away at the gum line and stuff like that from drinking soda, and that accounts for 6 of them or 7 of them right there.
Yep.
It's like I did not know that was a thing.
So-
Welcome back, Tara.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Fucking cell phones and Discord and not wanting to work together.
So, we're welcome back to Dental Talk.
Yes.
So
We-
Ella,
Yes.
you should probably bring your robot to your base.
Why is my robot over there?
That's what she said.
Are you talking
It's
about?
main,
Literally.
It's at Maine. Oh, okay. Why? Are you
just
doing
because
something?
it's your robot.
I heard you, Kelsey.
Thanks.
I mean, whatever. He's cool over there at the.
See in the
Oh, but so yeah,
Minecraft?
Kelsey,
Mhm.
I'd like to have a new coworker. Ha.
Yeah. I'm thinking about like just doing like a holy fire in our department and starting over.
I'd like to have a new coworker. Is there a story behind
I
this
think
you'd like
what
to
she's
share?
trying to say is
I don't
they have
have
jobs.
one.
They have jobs
Oh.
available at where she works, and
You don't have
she's
any coworkers?
I mean,
I could get down for that.
in Oklahoma City, but it would just be me and you in the office. It would in the Tulsa
In
office.
Oklahoma
anyway.
City? Oh, okay, good. I was say, wait a minute. I ain't driving 2
Sorry,
hours to
I
work.
had a Thin Mint in my mouth.
Hey, where's mine?
Fucking Girl Scout
Get
cookies.
your own.
Anyways,
What if I told you
So-
I don't actually like Thin Mints?
I don't either, dude.
You know,
I don't
the
like
last-
mint.
the last time I had Thin Mints, I wasn't. I used to love them, and now I'm kind of like, they're okay.
Oh no, they're definitely not my favorite. I would have definitely have preferred to get a box of Samoas, but when I figured out that they were free to take, the Samoas were already gone, so I ended up with a box of Thin Mints. But I ain't bitching. Free chocolate.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like hate them, but they're not as good as I remember.
Nah, they really ain't. It's like a cracker with chocolate.
Yeah, kinda. It's like a mint, almost like a mint cracker.
Mm-hmm.
So is the new lead there still? Welcome back.
Yep.
Oh, surprising.
It's not. It's really.
Why is this surprising?
Although we got sent home today for bad weather or something. I don't know. 1 minute I was sitting there not working because I didn't feel like working today. And the next minute they're like, we're going home early. I was like, what? They're like, the weather's bad. And I was like, it hasn't changed since I got here. And they're like, yep, it's bad. Go home. And I'm like, okay.
That's...
It literally hadn't changed since I got there at 9 a.m. But they're like...
That's odd.
It's real gonna get bad. And I was like, it's still just as cold as when I left. I'm alright, whatever. I'm not gonna argue.
Supposedly there was more precipitation coming.
See, man,
Darn it.
when I was working in Minnesota, if it wasn't actively snowing, the weather wasn't bad.
Well, this is Oklahoma. If it's
it had to be
threatening
like,
snow.
I mean, people would know it was coming, and people would be talking about it. Like, all right, yeah, it's supposed to start snowing around 1 o'clock or whatever, right? Mostly, though, nobody would be leaving until it actually started, and everyone was like, all right, I guess it's happening. We're gonna go.
No, here, if it's like, they're like, it may snow, and the next month they're like, oh, can't drive anymore. It might snow. So.
Yeah, my friend was, it snows here like once a year, right? And it turned out that once a year was Saturday night. And my friend was apparently out in it because his wife was like, hasn't really seen snow, because she's from, where is she from? Indonesia, I think. So anyway, she hasn't really seen snow, so they went out in it. And now he had lived in New York for a couple of years, so he knew how to at least drive in it or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was saying that like just left and right there were cars that had slid off the road just all over the place.
Yeah, on my 30-minute drive into work, I saw, I think, 13 wrecks.
Holy shit.
Dude, I saw like 7 or 8 on my way in this morning.
And
It's
to
fucking
clarify,
bad.
we didn't have snow. We had a light mist where there was some ice on the road.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
ice,
And it
ice,
was
especially
melted.
ice that you can't see, is rough. That's the worst.
I would agree with that if it hadn't melted by the time people started driving.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that's what happened to you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general, like ice that you can't see is the worst thing to be driving on.
So here's my thing. Everybody around here is like, oh, we don't have any experience driving on ice. It literally does this every year. There's no
say, like,
excuse.
Oklahoma ice is every single year.
Every
like,
year. I remember, like, it started, we had a big ice storm back in, like,
07.
yeah, 07 was whenever it would hit real hard. And we've had an ice storm or, like, really bad snow or ice every single year since. Yeah.
Let me tell you,
that was ridiculous.
every year from about December 1st until about March 15th, the roads are ice. I don't mean the roads have ice on them. I mean the roads are ice in Minnesota.
And that's where I'll say it's a little bit different. Like, we don't have constant. It's kind of a, like, one day it'll be snowy or icy, and then the rest of the year it'll be fine. But, like, it's still no excuse.
In Oklahoma, the snow, like, it snows. When it snows, the next day it's ice because it freezes, like, instantly.
Yeah. Oh, the worst is
overnight.
when the snow, when it's just warm enough that it snows, it sticks around, and then it melts, and then overnight it freezes.
Yep.
That is the worst.
That happens a lot here.
That happens in Oklahoma a lot. And, you know...
Do they treat the
swear,
roads?
Nope.
I think they
Oh.
Sometimes
sand them sometimes.
They put salt down.
Rarely.
Well, they usually put salt down whenever it's cold and raining, and then all the salt gets washed away, and then we use up all the salt for the year, and then it actually ices over, and then they don't know what to do anymore.
That's hilarious. You know what's funny is like you would think they would send some of these like, you know, local government folks up to Minnesota to see what their snow response is like, because Minnesota is amazing.
Oklahoma does not do education, please.
Oklahoma
Yeah.
is
We don't
Last
whatever
in the nation.
I mean, Minnesota's snow response. I mean, it has to be right. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
their
when you
snow
live in an
response-
area like that, you have to provide more for the budget for that.
I don't-
Oh,
in
of
Oklahoma, they
course,
don't do
right?
that.
But I mean, Minnesota's snow response is the best I have ever seen, and I mean, it's like even better than Chicago, who I thought would have been like first class, and they're not even touching what Minnesota does. I mean, Minnesota is constantly treating the roads. The moment it starts snowing, they put plows out on the street. And those plows basically are running 24/7 until the streets are clear.
See, I don't think we even own plows, because every plow that I see is like privately owned.
That's
So-
insane.
Yeah.
This is the city that they just shut down, what, like 38 bridges? Because
For
they need
ice?
to repair.
Oh,
Well, that's because Oklahoma hasn't been repairing their bridges for years, and this has been common knowledge.
We don't do
See,
Oh, yeah,
they
no.
literally put the lottery in. They made the lottery so that they could fix the roads. And then like 30% was supposed to go to the schools, and then like the rest was supposed to go to roads. And they keep taking that money and putting it elsewhere.
yeah.
I was about to
lotteries are
say,
no-
wasn't that the same money that was supposed to go to the schools?
Schools, yeah.
Yeah.
The lottery always fixes everything in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, no, that's how they got the lottery passed in Florida. They passed. This was years and years ago when I was going to school in Florida, and they passed. You know, they did the lottery, and people voted for it because the deal was the lottery money was supposed to go to education. None of that money basically went to
They
education.
kept using it for the fucking roads, and then they weren't
Basically-
even fixing them.
Anytime they want to raise taxes or change something, they're like, we'll put it towards education or we'll put it towards the roads, and then they don't do that.
And then they don't.
Yeah.
I remember that, like, you'd be driving down the road and there'd be a pothole just show up, like a hole that went all the way through would just show up on random bridges and stuff.
Yep.
In Tulsa, it happened all the time, and it was ridiculous. They have the worst roads in the country.
Well, now, in all fairness, and this is before I moved to Minnesota, Minnesota did have that one bridge collapse, which, funny enough, I've gone over that bridge a bunch of times. Obviously, the replacement bridge. And as far as I know, that bridge collapsing that one winter basically made them, like, essentially revamp how they did all their infrastructure stuff, and like, as far as I could tell, it was pretty goddamn good while I was there.
That wouldn't stop Oklahoma.
We had 3 bridges collapse during the flooding.
Jeez.
That's another thing we don't have a
you wanna know
response to. It's flooding.
You want something trippy that they did here? So in there's a town called Madison, Indiana, and then it's across the river from Milton, Kentucky, and they needed to build a new road or a new bridge because the bridge was pretty messed up. So they built a whole new bridge right next to it.
Hey Ella, hold that
Yes.
thought for 1 second. Rogue, did you want to sleep? It's nighttime again.
I'm good.
Okay.
So they built the bridge right next to it, and then you continue going on the old one until they just had it like slowed way down, and you couldn't do it was kind of weird. And then when they finally got it all done, they destroyed the old bridge and then just slid the new bridge over.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's
It was
kind of cool.
really cool. But then they screwed it up, and
Classic.
it fell
Oh,
a little
no.
bit, and they caught it. It got caught. So it was okay, but they had to repair it after they put it on. So for like another year, you could only go 20 miles an hour over it while they were repairing it.
Wow.
It was.
Damn it.
I mean, you got to realize this is a half-mile long bridge too. You know?
Yeah.
They were having their machines push it over, and they just got a little off, and it didn't quite go right.
At least it was only a year.
Yeah, right.
What's really funny is Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Broke.
It took Oklahoma, what, 3 years to change out the bridges going to Claremore from Tulsa?
Oh, God.
Did they really?
Yeah, and they did the same exact process, but it took them 3 years from the time that they destroyed the old bridges.
To be fair, that's like the worst highway.
Which highway is it?
Well, I guess it's not the worst highway.
I can't remember the name of it.
Y'all remember when Highway 20, on the
Keatonville Hill?
yeah, when it collapsed, like it almost collapsed, and they had to like prop it up and shit.
What's up?
Yeah.
Good lord.
It started sliding down the hill,
Right.
and they had to reinforce it and prop it up.
A funny bit of trivia. If you ever watch, and you can really see it in True Lies, and it's in a few other movies. Any movie that shoots down in the Keys, they will always shoot on the 7 Mile Bridge, and it's called the 7 Mile Bridge because it's literally 7 miles long. However, the 7 Mile Bridge was built like back in the 50s or 60s, and at some point it was a very low bridge, so it was only, I don't know, like 20 feet off the water or whatever, and big boats couldn't get underneath it. So at some point, and I don't know exactly when, but I think it was like in the 70s or 80s, they basically built a new one right next to the old one.
Is that one in Fast and Furious 2 that they're sitting directly in front of?
Probably.
While they're talking about,
I don't know. I've
whatever
never. Sadly, I have not seen any Fast and the Furious, so I cannot comment.
God damn it. I think I know what you're talking about, though.
However, what's hilarious is sometimes they'll even talk about being on the 7 Mile Bridge or whatever. But what they've done is, for the old bridge, they removed big sections of it, but a whole lot of it still exists. People fish off of there and stuff, and you're not supposed to go out on it, but they do license it out as a film set. And so anyone who wants to be on the 7 Mile Bridge is on the old 7 Mile Bridge, and it looks like this kind of shitty, dilapidated bridge because it is. And that's like, when you see it in a movie as a former Floridian, it's just kind of hilarious because it's just like, that's not the bridge. That's next to the bridge.
It's just one of those things, huh?
It's it's one of those things because you lived there, right? Because the actual 7 Mile Bridge, and the reason what they did was they built a bridge that has one of the spans, or a series of spans, goes like up real high, like probably 100 feet off the water, and then comes back down. So it has a big hump in the middle of it, and a lot of flat area. But that big hump lets big ships go through, which the old bridge never had.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Anybody here ever watched The Walking Dead?
I have not.
I haven't seen all of it.
Okay.
I've played The Walking Dead.
Well, if y'all aren't like that into it, then this wouldn't be that cool to you. I've been to the town where they film it.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the town name?
Sonoa, Georgia. In the show, there's a particular town where they have this town, or there's a particular area where they have this town called Mayberry. It's when they meet this guy that they think's great and gonna help them, and then turns out he's a douche. Anyway, that was Sonoa itself.
Doesn't narrow it down.
I was gonna say, isn't that pretty much the entire plot of?
I mean, yes, it's repeated. It's repeated, yes.
The problem is like
that was the first town they came across, and all that. And it turns out I think they had people fight off zombies for entertainment or some shit. Like in an arena style,
Nice.
like gladiator style.
What's wrong with that?
But anyway, so it was, it was in that town, and then, but then there's I think last I watched the show, it's been a while since I watched the show. They were in this town called Alexandria, which is like a fenced-in area or whatever. And
hang on, I'm gonna interrupt for 2 seconds. Is that Sonoya, Georgia?
I think it's pronounced Sonoa, but yes.
Senoia?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I found that out.
It's like 3 hours from me.
Because I found that out because my I was in Peachtree City, Georgia, which is about 10 minutes from there, for work, and my trainer, his wife is one of the zombies.
Gotcha. Yeah, Sanoa is is literally about 3 hours drive from here.
You're in South Carolina?
Yeah, I'm in Greenville.
Okay. Yeah, but that's apparently Georgia's where they film a lot of shit nowadays because they're given major tax breaks.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of stuff, including a lot of big movies like the Avengers and Captain America: Civil War.
You'll see the little Georgia symbol at the end of the credits a lot.
Yeah, they film a lot of stuff in Atlanta.
Wow, that's real cool. You wanna know what's really funny? Is when they filmed the Supernatural episode that was based in Oklahoma, they didn't film it in Oklahoma.
Oh, you mean the one? Let's see, which one was based in Oklahoma?
I'm gonna guess
It's
Vancouver.
the Indian burial ground one with the bugs.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I remember that episode.
Because that's all we have in Oklahoma.
Right.
I'm gonna guess
apparently.
they filmed that whole show that included in Vancouver.
They
Yeah.
did. Well,
Yeah,
there's an episode where you notice they wear jackets year round. Like that's not real if you're going across the country.
That's not real. Well, it is in Oklahoma, but only for me. I'm literally.
Well,
one
and then there was
person.
an episode. There was an episode where they went to Waverly Place, which is a haunted old sanatorium, or whatever, here in Louisville. That obviously they didn't come to Louisville for that. I just saw a zombie villager, a little baby zombie villager.
Yeah, Vancouver's the.
Yeah.
It took them a while, but eventually Hollywood figured out that it was real cheap to make stuff in Vancouver, and Vancouver has enough different, like, geographic, whatever you want to call it, locations, or, like, different areas that they can basically use Vancouver to stand in for just about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
One of the really cool episodes on that show is when they actually come to this world. Y'all remember? Anybody watch that episode?
Yeah, when they were their own actors.
Yes. I have something called a padalecki. Great.
I have never seen that show.
It's
It's
I would recommend, if you really want like the best supernatural experience, don't watch anything after season 5. Because that's when it was supposed to end, and then they wanted more money, and it went real far downhill after that.
I'll be honest,
okay,
I wasn't
okay.
actually planning on even watching season 1, so I think we're good.
It's worth
so I'll
watching.
say
I
this.
think.
I would disagree a little bit. I think it goes okay for a little while longer. But I did notice that they kind of did things that were really annoying.
Well, now they're in trouble for the whole sending the one gay couple to super hell.
Oh, see, I don't remember that.
It just happened.
Wait. Okay, so I haven't seen that. I'm not that far.
Yeah.
I'm not that far.
What?
Super hell.
Highly recommend
Wait.
if you guys are ever looking for like video documentaries on like fandoms in general. Sarah Z or Sarah Z is what she calls herself because she's Canadian on YouTube. Highly recommend. She does.
So
she just
what
did
gay
a.
couple did they? Was it
I'm
the
not
couple
telling
from,
you.
like,
I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Well, no, I have to ask now. No, you've already done it. I gotta say this.
Have I?
Was it
Because
that-
you
was
seem
it
to
that
have
gay
questions.
couple? Was it that gay couple
It's
from?
nobody you suspect because they were an actual
Okay.
couple. It's a
Okay.
fandom couple.
No. I don't know. What I'm saying is there was a couple in the show, from when they did the supernatural, like the fucking the cosplay thing, the convention. You remember that couple there?
Oh yeah.
I was wondering if maybe they brought them back or something. I thought that'd be pretty good. Except for the super hell part.
Super hell, so dumb.
They
Is it actually?
seriously
Wait a
have
minute. So I know. So my assumption was you kind of like jokingly called it super hell, but do they actually call it super hell in the show?
You know, hold on, because I think it's called like.
Or do all the fans know it as super hell?
'cause
Well,
that
that's
would be-
what
that
it
would
says
be
in Urban
hilarious.
Dictionary.
It's not hell, it's super hell.
That's hilarious.
Because
It-
that makes
it
me think
is.
of is there's an episode where they're doing a horror movie or whatever, and or they're there at a horror movie or whatever. Some people keep dying while they're filming it, and and there's this thing where they say, they've got super hearing. That's how the demons can hear us when we.
Hang on, Rogue. I'm coming.
Oh, what do they call it? I don't think they call it super hell. All the people in the fandom call it super hell.
That's really funny, though.
I mean, is that the cage?
No. Wow, the Urban Dictionary is savage. Oh, it's called
they
the
usually
Empty.
are.
The official name is the Empty, but it's actually just super hell because hell couldn't actually contain anything. So.
The Empty.
Yeah.
Is this
Alrighty
wait?
then.
Is that where Cass was when he woke up?
Oh, you're just gonna have to watch. No,
These are some,
Damn it.
you can't
these are some
escape.
amazing spoilers.
You can't escape the Empty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cass was at the Empty at one point.
I don't know. I haven't watched anything after season like 8 or 9 or something.
Good lord.
I watched because there was a
I'll
really
say
big
when-
blow up in the fandom, so I watched Sarah Zed's video, and it was funny.
Well, I'll say this: when they start having Jack, the Lucifer's son, be a thing, that's kind of been a little rough to watch. I've been having a hard time keeping up.
I gotta be
watching
honest.
that.
As soon as the fandom becomes a thing, I'm not
Oh,
interested at all.
so you're too
Well-
cool for the fandom. I see.
No,
It's
it's not
not-
that I'm too cool. I'm just not interested in all the bullshit and drama. I mean, it's just a TV show.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
Fandoms are just people who enjoy it.
No, fandoms are people who hate whatever it is that they claim to be fans of.
No.
Every fandom.
What
Every
fandoms are
that
you
is
part of?
not-
Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say, that is not even
No, I'm
true.
sorry. Every fandom. No, there are no fandoms that don't literally complain about every episode of everything they are a fan of.
No, it's called
Oh my
critiquing. For
Yeah,
one.
no, that's. They're
Well,
all.
I don't know what.
Somebody
fans
hurt
talking
you.
to. I don't really ever.
I mean, it's
complain about
true.
Joe.
It's totally true. The amount of bullshit in just about every fandom is insane.
Well, that's because people suck.
I
You-
mean,
you
you're
just
not-
gotta
you're
get
not
really good
wrong.
at. Because I will say, one fandom you can be a part of that does not suck, and almost anybody who does suck gets kicked out is Critical Role.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
It's worth it.
It's a crappy show for crappy
Speaking of-
people. I'm sorry.
Whoa. You're entitled to
Ooh.
your wrong
Ow.
opinions. But wow.
Oh god. You do realize I'm just throwing grenades, right?
Yes, yeah, it's
I
fine.
really don't give a shit.
It's-
Although I'll be honest, it's not a show that I'm particularly interested in, but that has nothing to do with the quality of the show. I'm sure it's great. It's just not really my thing.
Yeah. And it's
So
one of
Kelsey-
those things that you definitely have to, like, enjoy it to watch it, because it's
Yeah.
time consuming.
Oh yeah, I mean I know because like episodes are like several hours long, aren't they?
3 to 5 hours on average.
Yeah. So I mean,
Or 3
if you
to
don't,
6
if
now.
you don't like love it, you're not gonna sit through that.
Yeah, but I don't know how you couldn't.
I'm on episode 118 now.
We're on 124, catch up.
I'm slowly catching up.
Oh my gosh, this last episode. So good.
Did you see the post about another D&D campaign?
I did not. I
You should
just
read the
chat.
general
I,
chat.
Yeah, I know. I learned today that I accidentally muted our team chat at work. And
accidentally.
Hey, I'll be
I don't know
beautiful.
when I did that, but I'm glad I did, because
That's fucking. That
Probably
is
when you stop being
absolutely
team lead.
incredible.
well, it's because I start chatting at 7 a.m. and I don't fucking get up till 8 a.m. So fun something. This looks terrible. Damn it, me.
Did Jank say he was coming back?
Yeah, he said be right
Yeah.
back.
Okay. I couldn't. I kind of missed it because everyone else was talking.
I'm
Oh,
back.
okay. There he is.
Yeah, I had Discord in admin mode, and
Um,
it wasn't letting me drag and drop anything into it. And I have to share this because
oh, no.
Which
it's the most
fandom?
No.
the The Swiss Miss X craft fandom. Someone shared this in another server I'm in, and I'm like, others must suffer too.
Where is it?
I put it in the Great Hall Gallery.
Ah, okay. Oh no! Oh wow!
Isn't it horrible?
I mean, I dare you to drink it.
I mean,
Whoopsie daisy.
Oh no.
Chocolate noodles have to be good though, right?
I mean, you know, honestly, I'm willing to bet that the Swiss Miss noodles are pretty good, but the cheese
Dogs.
sauce hot chocolate is probably pretty gross.
Yeah, that's drinking like Kraft mac and
Ugh.
cheese sauce. Like,
Gross.
okay, I need to comment on this because it upset me over the weekend. Freaking Canadians don't know what queso is.
What?
Yeah, I was.
They don't know what.
Queso is just Spanish for cheese, though.
Okay, but queso is
Yeah,
very
but, like-
specific and it's delicious.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, queso
yeah,
is also
but-
a specific Tex-Mex dish. Which
You
is,
really think that all the way up in Canada they get much Mexican food, though?
I feel
Not
like their
really.
lives are not worth living if they don't eat queso on the reg.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like, what the fuck
Wow.
even is poutine? Like, what is that?
So, I mean,
Apparently, it's good. That's all I
it
know.
is good, but like, she was all like, I don't know what queso is. What is queso? That just means cheese. Isn't it like that wet cheese that's like gooey and
What?
gross? And I was like,
What?
it's not fucking cottage cheese.
What?
I
wet
don't
ass
wet.
poutine.
Yeah, I know,
Cheese
right?
wet. Is that like pea wet?
Pea wet.
Oh my god.
Well, whenever you think wet cheese, you think cottage cheese, not
Wet
freaking
cheese.
queso. I was just so highly disturbed and upset. That...
Oh, that's amazing.
So
Oh
sad.
no! Are you looking in the gallery, Jank? You need to be looking in the gallery.
No.
I think you have horrified Mimi.
Tell her you drank it and it was delicious.
Yeah, you should be like, yeah, I was kind of making two things at once and I screwed it up. Turns out that cheese sauce is pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
That is
God.
horrible.
Gross. Gross. Anyway.
This is what the USians call queso.
Hey.
Jesus. Really, Jank?
Oh, Jesus.
Ah.
Oh, God.
Oh my
Hot,
god.
hot cheese in it.
I missed this last week.
Oh, that's right. You weren't on last week, were you?
No, well, for about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, you should have that, and you should have seen Ella playing Medium.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Wait, what?
Well, I did a picture-in-picture, so you can't really see all of it.
Oh my goodness. Wait, you were streaming?
No, I was
No,
recording.
but she said she was recording.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I do remember that. I was just forgot.
Yeah, I stopped streaming because it was too much work. That's really what it comes
I mean,
down to.
Isn't it literally just pressing another button on OBS?
Yeah, but you gotta like be on time and shit, and like that's too stressful.
Yeah.
And until she finds a replacement husband, that's not going to happen.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. So, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just quit my job and become a full-time streamer.
I mean, it worked for Ninja.
Yeah, I would say it worked for 1% of people, so...
For some reason, I was going to say it worked for PewDiePie, then I was like, no, I don't think it worked for PewDiePie.
I don't think it worked for anybody in this case. My brother tried it and didn't seem to get very far.
It's a lot of work, actually.
It's a fuck
I mean,
ton of
It
work.
is.
to
It's a lot of work.
actually make money at streaming is a real lot of work.
Yep. And that's why I make sure to give money to those that do, because fuck.
Right? Fucking stupid.
How do I want to do this? Nah.
Carefully.
Well, I was gonna do that, and I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it until that makes me happy. Planning is too much work. 12-year-old over here.
Yeah.
I need more glass. I need so much fucking glass.
Hambrams,
What's up?
check the thing out.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Wait, no, that's not. What are we looking at?
Is this Quispa's intestines scrubland?
What am I missing? Where am I supposed to be looking?
At the name of the scrubland in the middle.
Oh,
Just
Terra
random-
server?
No, she's live on our server.
Oh, she's live. Oh. Okay. Oh, Rim Job. Rimworld.
That's a Freudian
Wow.
slip.
We took Rimworld and Job World and put
I was
them
gonna
together.
say, if you don't think that was entirely on purpose, then you haven't been paying attention for the last year.
Oh fuck.
Nice
What did I
cover.
do?
Nice save.
Dead inside. Totally dead.
No.
I'm just kind of surprised they haven't released an update in like 5 months, and they haven't talked about how they're taking a
The
break or working on something or
Rimworld?
whatever. Yeah.
They just had an update come out.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, like within the last couple weeks.
Oh, did they?
That's
Shows
actually
what
why I
I know.
loaded it.
Yeah,
Just why
Jank.
I loaded
Jeez.
it up, actually. Yeah. Gosh.
Come on. God.
Their last updates and announcements thing must have been what tripped me up, because that hasn't been since September.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no. Like, I opened up Steam and was trying to decide what I wanted to play, and I saw RimWorld had an update pending, and I was like, ooh, what is this? Update? Oh, look, new things.
Updating 64 of 64 bytes.
What? Are you updating an NES cartridge? What?
I think I did. They just haven't released like any update notes or anything. It's kind of weird.
I was watching, I don't know if you guys watch Ray Narvaez on Twitch, but he did a stream with Game Attack, and they did like a video game scavenger hunt where they had to accomplish certain tasks in any video game, and it was stuff like find a microwave, send a letter, like random ass shit, and it was so funny to watch. It's also insane how many games they have. Highly recommend though. But it sounds fun. I want to do that. I
So
think I'm
what
gonna
were
do that.
what were the rules? Like you can launch any game, or what was the?
So it
How was
was
it supposed to work?
they had a predefined list of like all this like 20 things that they had to do, and then people could pay money because I think they were doing it for charity to add stuff to the list. And then so they had to, you know, think of a game, no cheating, like no talking to chat and getting suggestions or Googling it. And then they had to like go into the game and accomplish that task. So like an example was like mail a letter. So they had to like find a game, get into the game, into their save file or whatever, and actually physically mail out a letter. And they had to do it on stream.
So okay, but like any game in your Steam library, or
Any game on anything you own.
Okay, so basically it's wide open, but just find a game that you own where you can do.
Imagine
X.
owning like 2,000 games and you're like, you need to find a microwave, and you're like, what? What game has a microwave?
Yeah.
I've only played 12 of these.
Like Ray,
The rest were humble bundles.
Ray was like, I know, and he booted up San Andreas and walked into the guy's house, and he's like, microwave.
Nice. Yeah, I certainly don't have 2,000 games, but my
No.
list of shame on Steam is fairly long.
But I think that would be like a cool, fun like thing to do with friends too.
I apparently have 401.
I can't think of any game that you would send a letter in though.
And that-
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
But also
I've
Red
never
Dead
played
2.
that.
They did it in Red Dead 2.
So are you talking like an in-game?
Pokemon?
Okay, I guess World of Warcraft you could do that. I
Yeah,
guess.
Pokemon. Yeah, WoW. I was thinking the whole time, like, just boot up Skyrim. You can do everything in Skyrim. Because there was
My
one where it was
God.
like,
Not a microwave.
well, that's true. There's no microwaves. But there was one where it was like, get killed by a bear, pick a lock, find a water wheel.
Okay, yep, those all three you can find in Skyrim.
Oh, get married. And like, I was thinking, would it be faster to get married in Skyrim or The Sims 4?
Oh, you can get married in Skyrim?
Oh yeah, you just give an
Yes.
amulet
I
and
didn't know
more.
that.
I would think The Sims would be awfully slow.
No, not in Sims 4. Sims 4 is super easy.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Biggest complaint about Sims 4.
I think the only Sims I've ever played was probably like Sims 1.
I remember the original Sims where we had all the expansions you were getting.
Yep, that's
Well, they
The
didn't stop
Sims.
that. I mean, like, Sims
There's-
4 has about 52 different expansions.
Yep, and I
Jesus.
own them all.
Do you really?
I really do. And you know, I should
the
really play it
hell?
more often.
And I mean, I know 52 sounds like an
Well,
exaggeration,
they
but
just
I don't
do
think
like
it's much.
yeah,
of
they just
one.
do a few a year, and then you know, by then you're like, oh, I gotta own all these, and then you.
See, those
do.
get expensive though, don't they? I mean,
Yeah, they're not
It
cheap.
depends on
It's
what
like
it
the
is.
model trains of video games.
They have like different like tiers of DLC. They still don't have horses or bunk beds though, so that's a problem.
Holy shit. Alright, so you got 10 expansion packs. You've got 9 game packs.
Oh, I don't have the latest game pack.
There are 18 stuff packs.
Yeah, the stuff packs are cheaper
So,
though.
That's 28 plus
It's a lot of
9.
money.
So that's 37 different expansions. They're not all
But
called
it's-
expansions, but 27
Yeah.
37 different pieces of DLC that you can purchase for
And
that
Sims
is-
4.
it's been out for like 5 years, so makes sense.
I was watching the LGR review of the Tiny Home Living, and he was pointing out how many times his Sims have died from trying to use a Murphy bed.
Yeah, there's
They basically
actually
said it to where it's like a 10% chance or something that your
It's pretty
Sims gonna
high.
just get murdered.
yeah, it's
10%'s pretty high.
yeah, laundry's like that too, where it's like stupid high.
Well, isn't like cooking almost guaranteed unless they've done the training that they're going to burn the house down?
Yeah, but it's not near like effects like that are not nearly as punishing in The Sims 4. Like I've watched like episodes where they leave their Sims alone and like they put it on full speed and have full autonomy and leave them alone for like an hour and then come back to their computer and they're still not all dead. Like it's pretty hard to actually kill Sims in The Sims 4, which is
So they've
kinda
dumbed
annoying.
it down, is what it sounds
Yeah,
like. It's
yeah.
Like, 'cause the original Sims and even Sims 2, I mean, God, you couldn't leave them alone for 5 minutes; they'd kill themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
I was watching Tim play it a little while back where he made people well one of my other streamer buddy Tim. I don't know if everybody's familiar, but anyway, where the hell was I?
Well, actually,
yeah, he
most
made-
everybody here has met Tim, I believe.
Okay, that makes sense. But basically he made a bunch of people from the community in the Sims, and his wife tried cooking when she had terrible cooking stat. She burned to death and was a ghost. And his Sim went and like had to take a shit outside of the house, so he did it in this bush, and then his wife's ghost and this other dude went and banged in that bush, and I was like, okay, that's a little fucking crazy and ridiculous, but you know.
Well, in all fairness, Tim tends to basically run just a giant flop house in The Sims.
Pretty much. Like,
Oh, you
my
want something
Sim was in
funny?
a hot dog suit the whole time, and I don't know what the hell I did. I was just a weird guy,
That's so ridiculously appropriate.
right?
So my mom is a huge homophobe, and she was trying to get really friendly with.
That must have been fun.
Yeah.
She was a huge homophobe, and she was trying to get real friendly with one of her neighbors. And then her character ended up like falling in love with the neighbor, and so she definitely had lesbian sex, and she was pissed.
Ah,
So good.
oh, that's amazing.
Freaking Sims. I love The Sims. It shouldn't be a game that I like because it's EA for one. But, man,
I miss when Maxis was still a company.
yeah.
What's the last game they put out? Spore?
I think so.
No idea.
Or
Or
did they put out one of like the first Sims game or something? They might have. Because I think EA bought them, right? But I think the first Sims game might have actually been Maxis.
I think it was. I think you're right.
Okay, so they bought Maxis, and they were allowed to finish SimCity 3000 on their own time. And yeah, The Sims sounds like it was one of the first EA ones.
Oh, okay. So that was interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot what we were talking about before we got on The Sims.
You were talking about the game challenge thing where people were, or the what do you call it? Scavenger hunt.
Anyway, I think that would be fun to do with friends.
I think it would be too. I think the biggest problem I would have is I have 401 games and I honestly couldn't tell you which one I could mail a letter in.
Yeah, I know. That's where you got to get creative.
Well, mailing a letter would probably require an MMO type game, most likely.
Yeah. There's stuff though, like Harvest Moon. Like Red Dead has mailing. You would have to find something. It was funny because one of the guys, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna boot up this samurai game for Water Wheel," and they're like, "Water Wheel wasn't invented yet."
Speaking of letters, I mailed Tim like 18 stacks of various meat I had acquired with funny jokes, and I sent him some tiger chops or something, and I wrote like, "Tiger chops, they're great." And he never saw it because he didn't log in time to actually,
Aww.
get it. I was so upset. I was like, I wasted my 30 copper on that. Tim, you owe me interest.
Funny.
Which reminds me, I need to start playing that again.
Wow.
Which game's that?
WoW.
Oh, I didn't know you ever played WoW.
Oh man, I spent too many years playing WoW.
Yeah, I recently got back into it.
Thankfully avoided WoW.
Man.
After playing Classic and after playing on Tim's server, I'm just kind of burned out on it. Way too much time goes into that shit, and I would rather just watch a guy fail at the same custom Mario level 1,800 times.
That's why I haven't been playing in a while. I actually am an officer in a guild, and they haven't heard from me for a while. Every once in a while I'll check in, but I've been waiting on them to be like, okay, you're no longer an officer. Granted.
Turns out all the other officers are doing the same thing, so you're just permanently an officer.
Oh my god. No, what happened, one of the reasons I'm still an officer, and I've remained an officer, and I will remain an officer most likely, is because we all left a guild together. Well, actually, to clarify, they got kicked out of a guild, and I left because the reason they got kicked out was bullshit. And I decided to join them,
Done that before.
Yeah, it was a guild that was being real control freaks, and
they're like, "What do you mean your life isn't WoW?"
Basically, everybody who left and joined them got to be an officer, essentially.
That's cool.
I technically have a my own Destiny 2 clan, and there's one member, and that member is Jank.
Your old beef and pork board.
Y'all start playing Ark, we can play.
It literally is called the beef and pork board.
And our abbreviation is beef.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Yeah, our clan, if you look at clan beef, we are clan beef in Destiny 2.
Oh my gosh.
It's the beef and pork board, and our slogan is somebody's gotta look after the... God, what is our slogan? Now I gotta look it up, because I don't remember what it is. Shit. It's like somebody's gotta manage the meat industry.
Somebody's gotta handle the meat.
Basically. Yeah, here it is. So our slogan, Oh, it's in our About Us. It says, I mean, someone's got to manage the beef and pork industries on Titan.
It's amazing. I found us on the Bungie.net clan thing.
Yeah,
Drop this in chat.
I still actually have the Destiny 2 app installed on my phone.
I like our slogan or whatever it is. The other white meat. It's what's for dinner.
Is that? Do we have that on there too?
Yeah.
That doesn't shock me at all. That's really funny. Yeah, I can't believe I found that cow skull clan emblem.
Right?
It's like it's too perfect.
Why is placing glass so tedious?
Oh, placing glass sucks.
But there, okay.
I still kind of regret not joining Edbert's A-holes on the first chance I got.
Egbert's A-holes?
Edbert's, just like E.D. Bert.
Edbert.
Yeah, Edbert's A-holes.
Where was that?
That was like the first day I logged in and got to, or the first time I got to the tower.
Oh,
Someone randomly sent me a
in D2?
Yeah.
Nice. Edbert's A-holes.
It's so fucking good.
Oh god. If it wasn't true, it would be hilarious. But the odds that all of them are actually assholes are pretty high.
Yeah.
So true.
Bush. A short shrub does not typically talk.
Damn it. What if it does talk, though?
Has a limited lifespan.
Oh god, what is the thing in Portal where they're like, if it starts talking, do not answer?
Oh god, yeah.
Companion cube.
It's the companion cube.
Oh, is it the
Yeah.
companion cube? If the companion cube
And in
starts
fact,
talking
cannot
to you.
speak.
Yeah.
Gosh. Gladys. I need Portal 3!
I might need to
Never
play through
gonna
those
happen.
again.
I know.
Valve makes way too much money not making games.
I know.
You know, honestly,
It's very
though,
upsetting, actually.
what they should have done,
Is make more games?
and they might be starting to do, is license their shit out to other talented developers, like what they did with Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So, you know, yeah, they're making money on Steam, and that's cool. And you don't even have to develop games, just do Steam. But you should license your shit and make money that way too.
So what is this RimWorld game right here? I've never actually played that.
Well, the thing is like they could make any game because they wouldn't have a deficit because they make so much money.
Yeah, really.
So RimWorld is basically Prison Architect, except you're managing space Australians.
Space Australians. Best description ever.
I hope you understood any of that.
Not at all, but that's great. That's freaking great.
Well, basically, like you have like some people, and you crash landed on a planet in the middle of nowhere, and you've got to survive.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like base building, and then you have to defend it. It's actually not too dissimilar from other survival games.
Yep.
Except it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was inspired by Dwarf Fortress, so it's gotta have that, I guess.
Like it will not shock me when like suddenly everything catches on fire here in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I actually put it on peaceful because I'm being a little bitch.
Honestly, Peaceful's fun to play.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah,
favorite part of
kind
playing on
like, fuck it.
My favorite part of playing on low difficulty settings is you'll hit a raid, like your first raid, and it'll be like some dude who's like half naked and has this stick. He's gonna try to get you with this stick.
Yeah, he's just waving a stick at you while his dong's flapping around. You're like, bro, are you gonna put Put some fucking pants on, dude. Nobody wants
Is
to
this-
see that.
Is this a raid or is this like something I should call people for to get this man some help?
Which
Right?
wait, which stick am I supposed to be afraid of again?
Whereas you put it on the hardest and it's like you got a freaking kill squad from the freaking
You get like the firing squad. God.
yeah.
Wrong way. Oh.
Yeah,
I tried doing
you
the,
crash land and die immediately. Like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, well, Ella was having that problem with Ark for a while.
Yeah.
Like, didn't
Yeah.
you have to restart it like several times to not
Yeah,
spawn in a place and immediately die?
Yeah. No, there was a couple of spots where there was these Dilophosaurs or some shit. I forget what they're called. But everybody just refers to them as Dillos. But
Ah.
yeah, they're the sort of like raptors, but they shoot the little acid into your face.
Oh, isn't that like
classic.
Dilophosaur or something?
Dilophosaur, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Everybody calls them Dillos. I don't actually know the proper pronunciation.
More like dildos, am I right?
I hate when
Yeah.
dildos shoot things at you.
But yeah, they will. Oh my god.
I mean, you can get them that don't. I'm just saying, like,
How did I fuck this up? Oh. Fuck.
Turns out I can't actually count to 6.
2, rather. I know what I did and it sucks.
That's not what I meant to do.
Okay. Nope, don't need this now.
Crash.
Right?
Bandicoot?
Nah, I just
Override.
jumped down the.
Crash
Nice.
override.
Nice.
Nice.
Good pull. That was a movie that when it came out, I simultaneously loved it, laughed at it because of how ridiculous it was, and also wanted to find out how to make my BIOS screen that insane.
Yes.
Holy shit, it boots up and it flames, and like at first I laughed at that, but I secretly also wanted to do that. like dude, that'd be so cool.
That's the thing, is that whole like flying around from terminal to terminal bullshit was the most ridiculous thing ever.
That was so great. I love those movies. I like that one. I like Johnny Mnemonic. I love all
yeah, I remember
I love
that
all the
one.
shitty hacker movies.
Mhm.
I don't
Oh, they're
think I've
great.
seen Johnny Mnemonic.
Wait. Refresh my memory. In Johnny Mnemonic, how big was the memory in his head? 160 gigs?
Oh, it was like super. I don't remember the exact size. It's ridiculously small.
Or no, I think he had 80 gigs, and he was using data that was trying to store data that was like more than that. Like,
Yeah, it was like
100
100 or 120 or something. So it was bleeding out into his actual
Yes.
memory.
Oh my god, that was so fucking stupid.
I love that movie.
I have not
Because
seen
like
it.
at the time, 80 gigs was a lot.
Oh yeah, it was. It was a lot of. It was theoretically a lot, but it's kind of laughable now.
Well, of course.
Yeah. The game we're running right now is like 80 gigs.
What's really hilarious? 80 gigs? Are you kidding me?
No, not Minecraft. I was just joking. That would be insane, though.
What's funny though is the cast: Dolph Lundgren, Henry Rollins, Ice-T, Keanu Reeves.
Mhm.
Like, there's a whole lot of like decent actors in that. Udo Kier. Like, holy shit. God, there's an amazing amount of like good actors in that film, and it is not a good movie. It's
No.
I mean, I take that back. It's
It
a
was a
great movie.
It's
but-
terrible writing, is what it was.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, it's not. I mean, yeah. It's awesome, mostly because it's not great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna fix that.
Oh god. Especially since the best hacker in the world turns out to be a dolphin.
Oh my god, yes. So fucking stupid.
Oh, it was so good.
And I think Sandra Bullock was in that one. What was it? The Net.
The Net. That movie was terrible, though.
Yes, it was.
That was just, there's like so bad that it's good, and then there's so bad that it's just bad, and the Net, there's nothing redeeming about the Net.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock is about the only redeeming thing in the Net. Like, she's okay in that movie. But that's the problem. The Net takes itself too seriously. Johnny Mnemonic knows how over the top it is.
Yep.
And Hackers knows how how ridiculous it is. What's really funny is seeing
from Penn and Teller is in that, by the way.
Oh yeah, Penn. That's right. Penn plays the evil hacker.
No.
He plays the evil hacker's henchman hacker.
Yeah, the kind of the dumbass one that's like
he's the system admin.
Yeah.
The system admin.
I saw him.
I'm not kidding. He like literally plays like a sysadmin, like
I
evil
saw him
hacker
and I'm
guy.
Like, fuck?
Yeah.
The plague. The plague.
What's really oh god, yeah, the plague. Fisher Stevens is the plague. The really funny part to me though is that Johnny Lee Miller is the main hacker, and then you see him in Train Spotting, and you're like, oh, this guy's actually really good.
Do you know Angelina Jolie married him?
I think I did know that at one point.
That was her first husband.
That.
She had apparently she's married like 3 different people that she did movies in, or movies with.
Like you do.
I know she married Billy Bob Thornton for a little while.
I knew.
And
they're like second cousins or something.
Oh, are they really? And then
I remember that being a thing at the time. I mean, they were not so closely related that it was actually bad, but like still close enough that it was kind of a little skeezy.
Yeah. But then you've got, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is what she got with Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
I think that's over now, last I heard.
And Brad Pitt dumped Jennifer Aniston.
There's legit a entire box on her Wikipedia page dedicated to her children.
Does it say if they're actually divorced or not? Like I heard something about that, but I wasn't sure if it was actually accurate.
Because
you know how
shit.
tabloids are.
Wow, you're not wrong, Jank. Damn.
Right?
It takes up my whole monitor. Just the section on Angelina Jolie's children.
Well, how many kids does she have? Doesn't she have like 18 kids?
2, 3,
6.
6.
6? Oh, I thought it was more than that.
And she's been married 3 times. Johnny Lee Miller from 96 to 99. Billy Bob Thornton from 2000 to 2003. And then Brad Pitt from 2014 to 2019.
I thought she'd been married longer. Oh, so Brad Pitt, they divorced how long ago?
2 years ago.
Okay,
September 2019, so like a year and a half.
That was accurate.
Yeah, she has three. If I'm reading this right, she has 3 adopted kids and 3 biological kids.
Okay, I thought she had more kids than that for some reason.
I mean, 6 kids is kind of a lot.
Well, it is, but I could have swore they had adopted 12 kids or some shit. But obviously that's wrong.
Maybe that's just how many she claims.
Apparently only 6. Or she only adopted 3 kids and had 3 kids.
Oh, okay. I was going to say only 6.
Yeah.
Better than 19 kids and counting.
God.
Well, I mean, only 6. Wow.
Be right back. I need more water.
My roommate just said,
"Holy fuck!"
6 Pierces. That would be.
Billy Bob Thornton has been married 6 times.
Wow.
I mean, with you get like with actors and shit, it's just like, you know, they get married because they're bored or some shit. I swear.
Well, they do it for the press.
Yeah, but
For the
none of
press,
these are
yeah.
like I've never heard of these people. Like the first one you get to that you've actually heard of on Billy Bob Thornton's list here is Angelina Jolie in 2000.
To be fair,
There's-
I don't know half the people that you guys are talking about, so.
This portrait of Billy Bob Thornton as the main photo of his profile is very not flattering.
You know who Billy Bob
No,
Thornton is?
you think?
not.
I don't know. That doesn't. I gotta be honest. That portrait doesn't look particularly bad to me.
It's like not terrible, but the flash is weird with the black background. It just kind of looks like they found him in a cave or something. Like, oh hey, Billy Bob Thornton, let me get a photo.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the. You're right. He is kind of washed out, but I don't know. He doesn't look bad.
Now, did you say you don't know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Who Bill? Oh, you mean Kelsey?
Kelsey?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Maybe if I saw his face.
Armageddon. He was the
He's in
he was-
Sling Blade.
yeah, he was well, I haven't seen that. In Armageddon, he was the guy that was the mission control dude.
Okay, assume I've
They had-
never seen any movie.
Oh shit, well then I can't.
Well, then you probably haven't seen Billy Bob Thornton. Since
Are you
That's
literally
why I don't
telling me
know.
You haven't seen
generally a
Armageddon?
movie actor?
Well, let me tell you things I do know. Authors, voice actors. That's about it. I don't keep up with
Oh
famous
my
people.
god. You have not seen Armageddon? Are you shitting me?
I don't know.
You need to
I'll
watch
be honest with
Armageddon.
you. I've not seen Armageddon either. I have,
What?
however, seen Deep Impact, which was the other disaster movie that year, about the same thing.
I don't watch movies.
What?
I really just don't.
I didn't think there was anybody who hadn't seen that. Holy shit.
What,
I've also
Armageddon?
Let me list off all the movies that I
No,
haven't
I've
seen.
actually never seen Armageddon.
Matrix, Star
Oh my
Wars.
god, I love that movie.
My impression of Armageddon was that it wasn't that good, and Deep Impact also
It
wasn't
was
that great.
freaking
So
amazing. Armageddon was amazing. What are you talking about? Deep
Uh,
Impact sucked. I think I watched Deep Impact too, but it kind of sucked.
She's like, I will
Deep
fight you.
apparently, jeez.
Didn't that one have Tommy Lee Jones in it? Deep Impact?
No,
Who was in
no, Deep Impact. Deep Impact had like Téa Leoni, and
Yeah, duh.
oh, what's his name? Not Denzel Washington. Why can't I think of this guy's name? Morgan Freeman was the president in Deep
Oh.
Impact.
that? Huh.
Robert Duvall, Elijah Wood, Vanessa Redgrave.
Okay, then I don't remember seeing that one. I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah, it was alright. It's not amazing. It's decent.
Armageddon is amazing.
I will say,
From what I've heard from other people who've seen Armageddon, it's not that great.
I watch it occasionally. Now I'm gonna have to go watch that movie in the next few days.
From
It's
what
been a while.
from
been a
what people
while.
tell me, it wasn't that good.
Well, they're wrong.
I'm not saying you don't like it. I'm just saying people have not said it was that great.
I'm just saying they're wrong.
I mean, the first sentence here of critical response: Armageddon received mostly negative reviews from critics.
Well, critics are stupid.
I
God damn
mean,
it.
they are. You're right. Because there's some movies they've recommended where I'm like, what the fuck was that? Wasting my
It's
goddamn
like
time.
that's one of my favorite Bruce Willis movies. I shit you not.
I think
wow.
Bruce Willis is the one in oh god, the Christmas movie. Isn't he?
Die Hard?
Yeah, there you go.
Die Hard, yes.
Haven't seen that either.
I love how it's the Christmas movie now.
Yeah,
I
it is
just-
the Christmas movie.
That's what everybody's joke is, and I haven't seen it, so I assume it is actually a Christmas movie. I don't.
It's a movie that, okay, so it depends. It really boils down to your definition of Christmas movie. It's a movie that takes place around Christmas time that has absolutely nothing to do with Christmas other than there's a couple of Christmas trees and a
Well,
couple of shots.
Isn't that most Christmas movies?
Most Christmas movies, some would argue, actually deal with Christmas, like, say, The Santa Claus or Elf, as
Isn't
opposed
the
to...
Santa Claus about divorce or something?
Or
No,
Billy Bob
it wasn't
Thornton's bag
about
of
divorce,
opus.
but he
That's
was
it.
divorced.
I mean, he was divorced, but that wasn't about what the movie was about.
I'll just say this. Haven't seen it. That's my.
Were
anytime
you
people.
sheltered as a child?
No, I read books. Like it's so frustrating because I feel like everybody's like, yeah, this movie that literally everybody in the world has seen. And I'm like, why do you guys watch so many movies?
And in Die Hard, he's not divorced.
They're
He's on his
separated.
way to getting divorced in Die Hard.
Yeah, they're
They don't get
separated.
divorced till Die Hard 3, though.
Yeah.
So Die Hard is the divorce Christmas movie.
Well, it's not about that. It's about, you know,
Okay. So Die Hard also has Snape.
Guns.
Alan
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, fucking best dude ever, best
Snape.
actor ever.
Snape. Yeah, that's the only.
what most
That's
people know
literally
him
the only
from.
way he could have told me who that person was, because it'd be
I
like,
kind of hate that Alan Rickman, like, the shorthand for Alan Rickman now is just Snape. Because he's been in
Snape.
so many... He's so good in so many other movies.
Galaxy Quest.
yeah, but he played the fuck out
He's
of that.
Galaxy Quest.
He's fucking great in Galaxy Quest. He's really good in Die Hard. He's amazing in Dogma. I mean, come on.
He is
Well,
an incredible actor.
It's like Jim
what
Carrey
is
is
that?
known for
Sweeney
Ace
Todd.
Ventura.
Yeah, for making his ass talk in 2 movies.
I've seen
But,
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, he's the judge. He's Judge
Of course
Turpin.
you have. You're like
I
one of
like-
4 people.
I like
one of 4
musicals.
people who's seen Sweeney Todd.
You know what? Sweeney Todd is amazing. Okay.
It is amazing.
It's because I like Sweeney Todd so much because one of my favorite movies was Repo the Genetic Opera. So that got me into like a
Yes.
whole musical, gory.
So you like musicals?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I wouldn't say I
Horror
like musicals.
musicals.
I like
Yeah.
horror show.
Musicals.
Horror. I've seen like every horror movie. You want to start naming people? I've seen every horror movie.
I can do musical theater. I can.
I
have a real
love-
hard time with musical movies.
I love musical
Really?
movies. I like Les Mis because it's a musical.
We don't have theaters around here, so my only option is movies.
Same.
Tulsa has to.
Yeah.
There has to be a theater
Oh,
that's.
speaking
There's-
of which,
there's
Tulsa
a-
did-
There's the
Performing
Tulsa
Arts.
Performing Arts Center, and that's it.
Yeah,
in-
and I'm
in
sure they do.
Tulsa-
I'm sure they get the traveling performances of like Oliver and Cats and all
Yeah,
the other ones.
it's
that come
Dude,
through.
real
it's not cheap.
expensive.
Yeah, I mean they're
real
not cheap.
expensive.
I didn't say. Wait a minute. None of us said that was cheap. It's never been cheap.
Anyway,
I'm just saying
I
it's
wouldn't
there.
say I'm like a musical person. I like horror movies, and those just happen to overlap into that genre.
Yeah, like in
That's
all
fair.
fairness, like if there's a horror movie that's also a musical, it's like either Sweeney Todd or Little Shop of Horrors, and that's roughly about it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to count Rocky Horror Picture
Yeah,
Show.
that's what I was just thinking. It's like, does that count?
It
Does anybody
kinda-
actually die
I mean,
in that movie?
what's his name does?
Oh,
Meatloaf
yeah.
does. I
Mm.
can't think of his name in his actual character name though.
Did they ever rebuild that drive-in theater in Tulsa?
I think it's shut down now because of
Shut
Well,
down.
it
Is
COVID.
it
shut
really?
down due to COVID, but they
Yeah.
did rebuild it.
They did rebuild it. Okay, because I
Why
remember.
is it-
I remember when
Somebody
it burned
bought it
down.
out.
That's
And
weird that
then-
it's shut down for COVID because that's like the ideal way to see a movie. In
Well-
It's also winter right now.
I
They
feel
don't
like
run during the winter.
Any reason to shut down that movie theater, they fucking will. Because they're like,
It
oh,
feels
just
like it.
tear it down. And then some rich person's like, no,
Well,
don't do it.
They burned it down first, or it got
Yeah.
burned down first.
They
And then-
burned
and
it.
then
God.
They didn't actually. They didn't burn. But
The city was
the
like,
thing-
no more.
No, but it burned down because it was made out of wood, but nobody would insure it. That was a big problem.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it insured. So there's a whole lot of people who were like wanting to help crowdfund it and getting it rebuilt, but they had to rebuild it as metal for them to be able to insure it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah, that makes
I moved out of Tulsa before it got rebuilt. I lived pretty close to there at one point, and I was really, really hoping it, to be able to use it again at some point because I loved that theater.
How did I fucking do? Oh, I know what it
But it is winter, and they do shut down during the winter. So
Yeah, I
maybe
mean
it's gonna
that I
be
get. Although it doesn't make as much sense now because now they do the. It used to be what you had to grab that speaker thing and bring it
I
in
mean,
your
it's
window.
still-
They don't even have speakers anymore. They use radio.
Yeah,
signals.
and that's what I was gonna say is you use your car radio and you tune into the movie. So like, there's no reason to be closed during the winter. You know what I mean?
Because a lot of people don't want to leave their car running while they're watching it.
Yeah, I guess.
My family, my dad would take his truck and back in at the spot, and then we'd just set the bed of the truck and with a battery operated radio.
Yeah, that'll work.
Get ready for bed because I still have to work in the morning. So
kind of
Okay.
bullshit is that?
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's too
I know.
lame.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Almost done with this
Oh.
building.
I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
my
you haven't started your job yet.
No, it starts March 1st.
March
My-
1st, dang it.
Yeah, it takes. Apparently, they take forever to get like laptops and equipment provisioned for people. So,
sucky IT
like,
department.
my boss was like, "Yeah, it'll probably be like 3 weeks before we can get a laptop out to you." And I'm like, "Wow, that takes a
Jeez.
while." And she's like, "Yeah,
My,
and apparently they can't do it before your background check comes
Ugh.
back."
Yeah.
So I got an email from my boss this morning she was like, "Hey, thanks for jumping right on all that. We were working on provisioning your equipment and stuff." And I'm like, "Cool." So with any luck, it'll be another 2-3 weeks apparently.
Yeah. When I was working on getting hired onto my current company, they used a company called HireRight.
Yeah,
and
same.
It was the most stressful experience because in the 2 weeks that my high school was closed for the summer,
Oh no.
they called the high school and then nobody answered, and then they told me they accused me of not going to high school. like, are you shitting me right now?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you realize it's summer. They're not. Nobody's there. Well, then, I mean, we got to prove that you went to high school before we can. And like, will a diploma work? Oh yeah, that'll work. It's like, why didn't y'all just say, hey, give me a copy of your diploma?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, we can't get a
fuck?
hold of your high school. Do you have a copy of your
Oh,
diploma?
dude,
you know.
HireRight, by the way, is based in Tulsa. I've been to their facility.
Oh god.
I've listened to them on the phone, and they are dicks, and they are paid to be dicks because their job is to try to prevent you. Well, their job, in my opinion, is to try to prevent you from getting hired. They have to find any reason they can to not let you get hired. It's
thankfully,
ridiculous.
so they did mine like all online because I'm all remote anyway, and basically I looked this afternoon and they were like, hey, your report's done, and I went and looked at my report and they were like, meets company standards on all the shit. So I was like,
Nice.
works for me. So like that was
maybe the standard set by the company. Then maybe the company is what makes it so difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
'Cause it was so frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I did all my paperwork for that on Thursday, and I went and did the drug screening on Friday, and it's Monday and my shit's done. So I'm like, well, great.
Well, that's good. Maybe they have
Yeah.
like their get them, rush them through team, and then they have their let's try to prevent them from getting hired. Who knows? When I worked for Xerox, we had copiers in their building, and I had to deal with that.
I mean, it's either that or just my electronic record has more crap in it than yours. I don't know.
I mean, that's possible.
They're like, too long, didn't read.
Yeah, exactly. They were just like, no, this looks good.
Alright, we have a power building.
Power building?
I forgot a sign, damn it.
Wait, what?
It's on the mountain. It's over there. I just literally built a box around the windmills.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm gonna hop off for the night.
Okie dokie.
All right,
So,
have a good
let's
night,
get
Jake.
chatting. Get y'all later.
See ya.
I'll probably be hopping.
Wouldn't that interfere with the windmills?
In real life, yes. In Minecraft, they're all still spinning.
No, because there's magic. In fact, the solar panels just power the windmills.
Oh my god.
Be so ridiculous.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. That would be the person who also thought that money came out of the ATM for free.
Oh my goodness.
You mean my grandmother?
Like, yeah, why do they waste all that energy spinning those stupid big blades around?
My grandmother
Well,
taught
you
my...
know, there are people who think that those things are are blowing wind, like.
I know. Oh, that was Trump. Trump was the one, like saying that it affected the weather, and it's like, no, sir, that's not how that works.
He doesn't even believe in freaking weather.
You've apparently not been to Holland, where there's about 7 bazillion windmills.
Wow. Yeah, sure. He's like, clean energy. This is ruining my bottom line.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about, anyway.
I like how it looks like
can-
there's just green blocks on the ceiling.
I can truly only hope that in my lifetime it stops being about the bottom line.
It won't
We
be.
can hope.
Don't worry about it. It's
but-
been about the bottom line for like 2,000 years.
I know. I'm not holding my breath. However,
You could, and then it wouldn't matter anymore.
I mean,
I'm
wow, thanks a lot, Kelsey.
just saying, if you want to quick out.
I mean, I know you don't make friends, but damn.
That's right, we make enemies around here.
Hey, minecart's still going. Woohoo!
You mean the air conditioner?
I love this thing. It's so stupid, and it just makes me
Ah.
laugh every time.
I broke it.
Oh, you suck! all you gotta do. Did you turn it off? Oh no, just
I just
Oh,
got
you
in it.
yeah, turn it on and then just give it a push. It just needs. It needs a. Now you're just fucking with it. You just there it goes.
This is the game. Try to not turn it off. Oh, fuck. Nope. I fucked up. What?
Yeah, that's the worst thing is you gotta give it a push and then make sure you get like right out of the way. Yeah, there you go.
Anyway. This is the building I built. It matches.
Yeah, I saw. It looks
other
good.
things. It'll do.
It's very nice. Yeah.
Well, I also need to get off here. Go to bed. Well, not really.
I mean,
Read for the next several hours and then go to bed.
I love the colors there that you did. The green.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
nice.
I was going for like naturally colors. So I did like
That's
a.
cool.
Oh, I thought we were going for the piston look.
This is like the colors of clean energy, right? You know? Pissed on. This ain't yellow. If your piss looks like this, you have some problems.
I mean, on my screen it looks kind of
Drink-
yellowish.
Really?
less energy drinks.
Drink less.
Actually,
Save
it
your
kind of looks
teeth.
like Mountain Dew. It's kind of the color of Mountain Dew. You're right.
It's true.
Energy drinks.
I don't know. It kind of
Yeah,
looks weird from
you know what?
inside.
You're right. That's like that's almost the exact color of Red Bull. That's what
Is
that
it? I've
is.
never actually seen the color.
I thought Red Bull was yellow.
I mean,
I don't know.
you heard what I said.
It kind of looks like there's just like blocks sitting on top of the ceiling in here, but that's okay. Nobody comes in here.
Blocks sitting on top of the ceiling.
That's what it
How do you
looks
get in
like.
there anyway?
The door?
Thanks.
Right here. See
I
this
got it.
staircase?
I got it.
I should have made a door at the top for all of us now that we hover.
for all of us who are trying to enter through the ceiling.
What happens when you fly around all over the place? You don't actually know how to use doors anymore.
Oh yeah, it does kind of look like there's like blocks on top of the glass.
Isn't that a weird effect?
Yeah, it really is.
No. Well, here's a new building. I did it.
Woohoo! That's awesome.
Nice.
Gotta love when physics and video game logic don't work.
I mean, if you expect physics and logic in Minecraft, you're gonna be waiting a while.
It's true. Alright. I will talk to you guys later.
All right, have a good night, Kelsey.
Bye. Alright, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. I will see you guys back here next week for some more Monday Minecraft.